Hey, this is Ty from DIY Carbon Bikes. Everyone's always asking, what is the best upgrade for a bike? We're here to tell you that the best upgrade for a mountain bike is going to be carbon wheels, and we're going to tell you why. All right, so this is a typical wheel set that would come on a bike stock. You walk into the bike shop, the first thing you're gonna eye, the first thing that you're gonna see is the frame. Manufacturers, bike companies know that. And because of that, they put a lot of money into the frames and they don't put a lot of money into the wheels. So the wheels that you get a lot of times are gonna be something like this. This is a wheel that came on a stock bike that a buddy of mine had. And you can see on this, you know, it's got a pretty standard hub. The rear hub doesn't have much engagement. In fact, I think it only had like 12 points of engagement. You can see it's got pretty heavy and stiff spokes to it, and it has to because it's aluminum. Aluminum bends, and because of that, it has to do kind of a stiffer, heavier spoke. It also probably needs to be trued more because of the fact that it's going to bend a lot. You can see that this rim in particular is really narrow. It's only about a 19 internal millimeter width, and that's just not gonna support your tire very well, particularly around cornering and things like that. Some of these don't even come tubeless. This particular did become tubeless, but again, with such a narrow rim and such a giving to it, it's not going to feel very great on the trail. The fact that it's narrow too, you would think, oh, it's going to be light. It's not. This wheel set that came on this bike was 2,400 grams. So it comes in really heavy. You don't get anything that is wide for your tires. Now, a lot of you guys might go buy a bike and it actually comes with a wider rim, you know, like a 30 internal or something like that. You might be looking at 2,800 grams for that wheel set. So this is your typical aluminum wheel set. All right, now here is a carbon wheel from DIY Carbon Bikes. I've got some different stickers on it just to show the different types of decals that we offer. But I just want to show you with this wheel a couple things that set it apart. First of all, just the hub. You're starting out here on our wheel set, you're going to have generally, you know, this is our cheapest hub, the Novitec hubs. It's going to have a decent amount of engagement, usually about 28 to 32 points of engagement. But the big thing is this. As we talked about, with the aluminum wheel, it's going to come with really stiff spokes and heavy spokes to deal with the fact that the alloy itself is not very stiff. Okay, on the other hand, this carbon is extremely stiff. Okay, it, in most cases, will not need to be trued for a long period of time. Okay, carbon wheels will be lower maintenance, whereas you at least need to true an alloy wheel, I would say every season at least. We have wheels that people have been on for 5 years with regular riding, not trued. Carbon wheels stay true, so carbon wheels will be low maintenance. Secondly, the carbon wheel is wide. Okay, our lowest one is 22 millimeter, and that you're getting a lot of lightweight for that. Our average rims are either 25 millimeter internal or 30 millimeter internal. We do offer more than that if you're looking for that, but for most people, 30 millimeter internal is great for your trail riding, and 25 millimeter internal is great for your XC riding. But what this does is it allows you to run lower pressures because your sidewall is going to be better supported. And when your sidewall is better supported, you can run those lower pressures, and when you corner, that tire is going to stay more stable. So you can run lower pressures, that means a more comfortable ride. You can run lower pressures, which means more grip. You can run lower pressures, which means that you're gonna be a better feel, you're gonna be more grip, and you're gonna be able to basically have more stability and just a better all-over ride. With carbon wheels, you're going to have a better quality ride. Lastly, with carbon wheels, they are going to be lighter. Like I said, most people come in stock, you're looking 2,400 grams to 2,800 grams. Our carbon wheels for our regular lowest price set start at 1,600 grams without the upgraded spokes. You put the upgraded spokes on, you're looking at 1,500 grams. You're talking about ultralight wheels, you're getting down to 1,200 grams, 1,150. So you're talking about generally a wheel set that's going to be, for your average wheel set, somewhere around 1,300 to 1,600 grams. For most bikes, you're shedding 2 pounds. Now here's why that's a big deal. The 2 pounds that you're shedding is in rotating weight. Rotating weight. When you spin up your bike up a hill, that rotating weight is what really matters. It makes it that much easier to go up a hill. It makes it that much easier to spin up the bike, to keep up with your buddies, to win in a race, to do all those things. Carbon wheels will be faster. So those are a lot of reasons why we recommend carbon wheels as the biggest upgrade for your bike. Now we're going to move on and we're going to actually show you how to order some carbon wheels on the DIY Carbon Bikes website. We offer the most affordable carbon wheels. Carbon wheels are great, but the problem is they're super expensive, but not for us. For most people, a lot of people in fact, they could sell the stock wheels and come out even or 50% towards their wheels, their carbon wheel upgrade. So we're going to show you how to buy some carbon wheels on the DIY Carbon Bikes website and what to choose and why you should choose it.
DIYcarbonbikes.com, and I'm going to show you here how to order a wheel set in addition to actually going through some of the particulars here and showing you how to select the wheel set that is right for you. When you're selecting a wheel set, the first easy part to do is simply click on Shop Carbon. Once you go to Shop Carbon, you'll see carbon wheels right there. If you were to click on carbon wheels, it would take you to kind of all the options and you could click from here. Or you can just hover down on Shop Carbon and click directly right here. The first thing you need to select is what type of wheel diameter you're going to want with the wheels. If you already have a 29er bike, then you will need to select 29er wheels. But if you have a 27.5 bike, you'll need 27.5 wheels. It's pretty obvious. But if you're building a bike, you must decide if you want 29 or 27.5 to go with your bike. I'm not here to give you or go through the debates, particularly on 29 versus 27.5. You can see that in other videos, but ultimately, whatever you decide, we have for you. You want to also select wheel type. We have 3 types of wheels for different riding conditions. We have XC trail wheels, we have AM enduro wheels, and we have ultralight wheels. We also have a type of wheel called ultra wide, but that is basically an AM enduro XC trail wheel that's just meant for plus wheels. So, ultimately, when you're choosing this, an XC trail wheel is really set for most all types of riding conditions. It's good for rocky and rooty trail conditions, normal size, small jumps and drops, and for your average person weighing under 260 pounds, the XC trail wheels are good. AM enduro wheels, on the other hand, are meant for the gnarliest trail conditions, big jumps, big drops. If you weigh over 260 pounds, or if you just have a history of destroying rims, in that case, AM enduro rims will really be better. The ultralight wheels are also a potential option. If you weigh under 220 pounds, you're really looking for the biggest race advantage, either on a dedicated race bike or just on a bike that you're racing a lot. The ultralight wheels can be good for that situation. For most others, the XC trail wheels will be good. But based on what you choose, you can basically go and find your hub options. Let's just say here I'm choosing the XC trail wheels. Now that I've selected 29er XC trail, the wheels are split up largely by the hubs. There is on here your ultra wide option and also ultra light. Ultra wide is for plus wheels or tires, and the ultra light again is for largely the racing speed bikes. Everything else is split by hub. So if you were choosing hubs, which hubs should you choose? The most affordable hubs are going to be the Novitec hubs. The hubs are still really quality and they're also light, but they're not quite as low maintenance, and if you need to replace stuff, sometimes it's a little more difficult to find. They're also not quite as high engagement, but for most riders, they really do a good job, and honestly, if whatever hubs you have on your bike currently, if they came stock, it's likely that these hubs are already better than the hubs that came on your bike stock. But if you're looking for quality build at the best price, the Novitec hubs are really the best option. The most low maintenance option overall is going to be the DT350 hubs. These hubs are light and high quality and easy to swap out parts. There's also an option for an upgraded high engagement ratchet, which we'll talk about ratchets and high engagement a little later. DT Swiss hubs, though, are a little more expensive. They add about $230 to the wheel set. But if you have a history of destroying hubs or just want the strongest and low maintenance hubs, DT Swiss 350 hubs may be the hubs for you. Both Fast Ace hubs and the Bitex hubs are the best hubs for high engagement. Both of the hubs offer a 3-degree engagement with 120 points of rotating engagement. High engagement hubs are good for technical climbing where there's a frequent short burst to overcome an obstacle. In these situations, the high engagement hubs allow quick, short pedal bursts without pedal strikes. The Fast Ace hubs are a little heavier and less expensive. The Bitex hubs are a little lighter and more expensive. If you're looking for the highest engagement hubs at the best price, Fast Ace or Bitex hubs may be the hubs for you. The Hope Pro 4 hubs, you can see down here, are high quality, and really they're the most blingy hubs with a great look and a super high quality bearings and driver. The Hope Pro 4 hubs are a little heavier and more expensive, but if you're looking for the highest quality blingy hubs with all different color options and things like that with the best look, Hope Pro 4 hubs may be the best hubs for you. For dedicated XC trail racing in non-boost spacing, we also have Navitek 411, 412 that would be available in the Navitek hubs. These are the lightest hubs we offer, but again are not available in boost spacing. In boost spacing, we do have the DT240 hubs, which have all the same qualities as the DT350 hubs, but they are a bit lighter, almost as light as the Navitek 411, 412. So if you're looking for the lightest hubs for XC riding, the Navitek 411, 412 or DT240 hubs may be the best for you. As you can see, the DT240 hubs are pretty expensive, adding to the price of the wheel set about $500. Now, when you actually click on the wheel, we have a really cool way that you can just go through and order your wheels customizable for you. You can hover over this, and sometimes it will give you some of the answers you're looking for, but I'll try to give you some answers along the way. The first thing you want to choose is obviously rim. The good news when choosing a rim is you really can't go wrong. If you're running a 29er bike and you're running anywhere from 2.1 to 2.6 tires, they will all work on every one of these rims. That's the good news. However, there are obviously ideal situations for certain tires and certain riding conditions, and I want to kind of go through those. The rims are first listed by their outside width. A 35mm rim has an outside width of 35mm. This rim here has an outside width of 30mm. The I refers to the internal width, so this is an I 24mm. The D refers to the depth, so this is a 25 depth. Sim or asim refers to symmetrical or asymmetrical, and then this is the weight per rim. This is just for our keeping here and how we name the rims. Overall, choosing on width first, 2.1 to 2.25 tires run ideally on a 27 to 30mm, that'd be a 22 to 25 internal rim. 2.3 to 2.6 tires run ideally on a 35 to 37mm rim or 29 to 31 internal rim. But if you wanted to slightly climb faster and that was your priority, you'd want to go with the 30mm rims. But if you're wanting to descend and corner slightly better, then you want to go with either the 35 or the 37mm. What's the difference between this 30mm and that 30mm? They're both symmetrical, etc. The difference is purely the weight. You can see that there's a $60 upgrade for shedding some weight there. And you can see the same here. There's some weight savings between these two. However, you do have the asim options, and just to give you an idea on this, asymmetrical rims will be slightly stiffer for a slightly more precise cornering and descent. But symmetrical rims also have their advantage because they're slightly more comfortable and forgiving, allowing for a slightly more comfortable descent. So you can choose which one you would like on these. Don't get too bogged down on all this. As I said, all of them will work in just about every situation as long as you get your diameter of 29er right. The hubs here are just automatic. You go down here to front hub spacing, and when you're selecting your front hub spacing, you really need to refer to your bike. If you aren't sure what your bike has, go to the website, take out a tape measure, maybe get some measurements, or run your bike by a local bike shop, and they can tell you your spacing. If you're ordering a frame on our site, we have that listed. Some of our frames offer multiple, so you can make that choice as well. And then here's your rear hub spacing that you choose there. The next thing you will choose is spokes. There are 2 spoke options for our carbon wheels. The Pillar 1420 spokes are basically 100 grams lighter for the set and just as strong as the standard straight gauge spokes. But they are a $60 upgrade. The standard spokes are heavier and also easier to find and replace, and if you regularly break spokes or if you want a more economical build, go with the standard spokes. But if you're looking for a lighter build with a little to no sacrifice in stiffness or strength, the Pillar 1420 spokes are great. As far as the driver, this depends on the cassette that you'll be using on your bike. If you haven't bought the cassette, then this is something to consider. But if you already have the cassette and you're swapping that out, then you'll think about that when you're choosing these. If you have Shimano 9 to 11 speed drivetrain and cassette, you'll simply need a standard driver. If, on the other hand, you have a SRAM XD 11 speed or Eagle drivetrain, you'll select the SRAM XT driver. There is 1 or 2 unique circumstances in which you would have a SRAM 11 or 12 speed and would need to select a Shimano standard. That is with a PG 1130 11 speed cassette or an Eagle NX 12-speed cassette. Those actually both take standard Shimano. To look at this simply, you basically just need to look at your bike, and if it has an 11 tooth as its smallest tooth, then it's going to be a standard Shimano driver. If it has a 10 tooth as its smallest tooth, it's going to need a SRAM XD driver. There's also some other cassettes out there like Sunrace and things like that, and if you follow the same line of reasoning, you're going to be good. Go with the 10. If you have a 10 tooth, go with XD. If you have 11, go with Shimano. As far as tubeless accessories, we offer tubeless accessories, and we can tape them up for you, put the valves in on all wheels, and they'll come ready just to put tires on. All of our wheels are tubeless ready. They just need tape and valves, and we can do that for you for $35. We can give you the tape and valves, and you can do it up yourself to save a little bit there for $20. If you have tape but you need valves, you can select that. If you have valves but you need tape, you can select that. If you need nothing and you have it all and you can do it yourself, then you just select none. As far as the decals, you can select these decals and we'll install them for you. The wheels will come with the decals installed. And we have these different colors. If there's a particular color that you are looking for, select custom color match. You can upload your file here, and that's just $40. We can also actually do a custom decal itself. That's not just color, but like if your decal or branding, if you're wanting to do something like that. For nipple color here, you have standard black. These are all free upgrades, and we have blue, gold, silver, red, and green, and you can kind of match those together or match them to your bike. As far as rim finish, this affects appearance only. Most people these days tend to go with a UD matte rim finish, but you can select a 3K matte, a 12K, a UD glossy, a 3K glossy, or 12K glossy. And you can see maybe what those look like right here, but you can also give maybe a deeper search on Google to see what they look like. When in doubt, just go with UD matte. That's a really good, solid look to go with. But if you have something particular on your bike you want to match, you can select the other ones. Those are sometimes subject to stock, but for the most part, they're all available with all the rims that we offer. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to order on our website and what to order on our website.
Thanks for watching our video. As always, hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel where we're going to be releasing more videos about bike builds, how to build up your own dream carbon bike at an affordable price. Also, we'll be posting videos about our carbon wheels, frames, and components. You can also visit DIYcarbonbikes.com to check out our wheels, frames, and components. And always email us if you have any questions. Email me personally at ty@DIYcarbonbikes.com.